Hello, Westford. The power outage from the October 29th storm lasted well into the end of the week for some homes in Westford. The school committee approved a 5-year capital expenditure plan, and the new dispatch center is up and running at the police station. I'm Ira Kaltz, and it's time for WestfordCAT News. Just a reminder to subscribe to our daily complimentary news publication by visiting westfordcatnews.org/newsletter. And if your community or civic group has an event coming up, send your announcement to news@westfordcat.org. A powerful storm on October 29th left almost 3,000 National Grid customers in Westford without power for several days, while delivering quite a blow to the entire Merrimack Valley. High winds knocked down trees, branches, and power lines, canceling classes on October 30th and 31st at Westford Public Schools. Crews worked to restore electricity throughout that period, and by Thursday, November 2nd at 10 p.m., all but 177 Westford customers had electricity. Statewide, 282,000 National Grid customers were without power at the peak of the outage. A National Grid spokesman said by Friday, November 3rd, electricity had been restored to everyone in the region. Crew members came from as far away as the Carolinas, Alabama, Ohio, and Florida to help the local crews. Town manager Jodi Ross has asked National Grid representatives to attend the November 14th Selectmen's meeting to discuss the matter. WestfordCAT will telecast that meeting live on Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 34 beginning at 7:30 p.m. School committee members unanimously approved a $6.5 million capital expenditure request for fiscal years 2019 through 2023. Among the projected costs are a number of improvements for the Abbot School, starting with $1.7 million for the design and construction of a new roof, $585,000 for the replacement of the electrical service, and $85,000 for the replacement of the gymnasium bleachers used for town meetings. Another big-ticket item on the list of requests is $1.25 million for an athletic complex at Westford Academy.
We have presented this to you previously. There are no changes between the first submittal to you and this one. Kathy and I did present this to the Townwide Capital Plan Committee about a week and a half ago, with the understanding that you had not approved it. Since that time, the committee has taken a sort of a straw vote and is supportive of the capital requests that we have submitted. The only question is the method of funding, whether some of the capital improvement requests will be funded out of the $1.5 million that the town appropriates in its operating budget, or whether some of them will be bonded, which is a natural occurrence for those that are of a larger amount of money and can be bonded over a period of time. So hopefully you will approve these. We're focusing on particular fiscal 19 because obviously the out years 20 through 23, there will be some movement as we proceed from year to year as priorities change or roofs become more imminent for replacing, phone systems, etc. So I'm going to ask that you vote on the 2019 capital requests that we have before you, and hopefully you'll approve them.
Watch the entire meeting at westfordcat.org. Chris Kluchman, the town's Director of Land Use Management, announced on November 6th that she's leaving her position after 7 years at Town Hall. Kluchman has accepted the newly created position of Housing Choice Program Director at the State Department of Housing and Community Development. She joined the town in 2010 as a planner, eventually supervising the planning department as well as the Zoning Board of Appeals. Kluchman has about 30 years of planning experience in towns like Belmont, Devens, Springfield, and Stoneham. She'll begin her new position on November 14th. Westford Town Planner Jeff Morissette has been appointed Acting Director of Land Use Management. Westford's new $1.45 million dispatch center, located inside the police station, is now up and running with workstations containing 8 monitors. The center combines telecommunications for both police and firefighters, something new for Westford, which has previously had separate dispatch centers for each. 11 full-time dispatchers and 4 part-timers will cover the center's 3 shifts. Construction for a new fire station is underway at the intersection of Blake's Hill and Boston Roads. WestfordCAT will continue to update you on its progress. Here's our news director, Joyce Polino-Crane, with a highlight from Show Me the Money, a presentation sponsored by the Westford League of Women Voters.
Thanks, Ira. The League of Women Voters sponsored an evening on November 8th titled Show Me the Money. The presentation was spearheaded by Selectman Elizabeth Almeida, who was elected to the board in May and wanted to learn how the town's finances work. Almeida teamed up with Finance Director Dan O'Donnell. Here's O'Donnell explaining where the revenue comes from.
Okay, so most of the revenue for the town comes from property taxes. Of the general fund revenue that we have, about 72% of all revenue comes locally through property taxes. So up here on the slide, you can see that we have a mix of residential, commercial, industrial, and personal property taxes. We're most heavily residential, as you probably could have guessed. We're about 86%. However, we do have a nice mix in town where we have about 6.5% commercial, 5% industrial, and 2% personal property. So it's important to have that mix because really the businesses are out there subsidizing the residential people. So they don't have children in school or anything like that, so they really help out the tax base by having a good mix.
Watch the entire presentation at westfordcat.org. Back to you, Ira.
The Alliance for Community Media Northeast Region's conference in Falmouth recognized WestfordCAT's production coordinator and editor Patty Stalker and technical coordinator Stephen Edwards on November 3rd. The two received a third-place award at the 19th Annual Video Festival. Stalker's program, called 30 Minutes, was recognized in the Profile Talk Show category for her interview with local Shadowbox artist Den Poitras. Stalker is the host, producer, and editor of the program, and Edwards directed the show. You can watch the award-winning program on WestfordCAT.org's Video on Demand feature by searching the keyword 30 Minutes. A team headed by retired day school principal Kevin Regan is raising funds to replace that school's playground. The kickoff will take place on December 2nd at the Westford Academy Holiday Bazaar. In the meantime, Regan is spreading the word about the funds needed. Here's a news clip from a PSA announcement he recorded this week at the WestfordCAT studio.
Hello, I'm Kevin Regan, former principal at the Normandy Day School. A team of community members, including myself, has formed and is fundraising to support the project of building a new outdoor playground. Please support one of the following 2 fundraising activities. Yankee Candle. The Day School Playground Project receives 40% of all sales with Yankee Candle. Paper sales will be accepted no later than November 13, 2017. The second fundraiser is with Westford Florist, which is located at 175A Littleton Road. Between now and the end of the month, our playground project will receive 25% of all walk-in and telephone sales. This fundraiser doesn't include any orders on the Westford Florist website. To gather one of the gift certificates that you'll need, either do so at the day school office or contact me, Kevin Regan, at email kevinregan0623@gmail.com, or you could phone me at 978-846-0691. The same gift certificate could be used multiple times between now and the end of November. Thank you for your consideration to participate in these very important and necessary fundraisers.
Here's Superintendent Everett Olson with news about the schools.
Hi, this is Superintendent of Schools Bill Olson with a school system update. Today and over the next few programs, I'd like to take the opportunity to talk with you about how our school department budget is developed from one year to the next. What we don't do in the Westford Public Schools is we don't engage in what's known as incremental budgeting. That is, if we had $10 million to work with this year, coming to the taxpayers and saying, well, give us $12 million and we'll find something good to do with it. Our budget is built first and foremost on the needs of students. We take a look at test data, both MCAS data, we take a look at common benchmark assessments. We have conversations with our staff. We directly observe students in classrooms, in cafeterias, out on the playground, to see what their developmental needs are. We look at the test data and all of the other analytics to gain an understanding of what the cognitive and academic needs are of our students. And we look at their behavior in the classroom, sometimes on the school bus, even from reports that we receive, from their playground interactions and the cafeteria interactions, to understand what types of social emotional services that we might find necessary for students. Because it's sometimes in those moments of eating in the cafeteria or play out in the playground, or even behavior on the school bus that tells us something about a child that we need to address. So we have lots and lots of conversations that begin and quite honestly don't end early in the budget process. They go on throughout the entire year. You know, Thomas Armstrong developed a quote many years ago, about 2006, where he said, and I'm going to read this quote because I use it every year, and this explains succinctly the complexities of budgeting. School department budgets are the quantification of developing the means and the capacity to facilitate human development with respect for each student's particular style and rate of learning, as well as an appreciation for the varied interests, aspirations, capacities, obstacles, temperaments, and the backgrounds that serve as the framework within each child. We're all different, they're all different, and the key is to try and develop that mix of services that is a best fit for them. On my next program, I'm going to talk to you about enrollment and how we project the enrollment for the following school year. So this is Bill Olson. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Rika Sharma is here with a health tip on the benefits of melons.
Hi everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma, your Ayurveda practitioner, back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Today I'm going to talk about muskmelon. Muskmelon is naturally soothing and nourishing for the body as it balances the fire element of the body. Excellent for people with piles or constipation. Its balancing properties help to promote excellent liver health by removing the excessive bile. It calms the mind and also enhances reproductive health. It reduces inflammation of joints and intestines. So add some muskmelon in your diet to get the benefits. If you have any allergies, please contact your PCP before consuming. I'll be back with a new health tip. Bye for now.
Looks like colder weather is settling in. Here's Joe Seppi with the forecast.
Hello, Westford. This is Joe Seppi with the weather forecast for this weekend, the week of November 13th. It looks like fall weather has finally arrived for our area. Here's what's coming up. That was your Westford weather. Have a great week, everyone.
Bunnicula, a 6-month-old long-haired Angora rabbit, is available for adoption now at the Lowell Humane Society. Here's Patty Stalker with more.
There's never a shortage of pets for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society on Broadway Street in Lowell. This week I was introduced to a beautiful, long-haired, 6-month-old Angora rabbit named Bunnicula. Here's volunteer Mary Rockwood with more.
Hi, I'm Mary Rockwood. I'm a volunteer here at the Lowell Humane Society, and this is Donna. She's another volunteer here at the Lowell Humane Society. And we have Bunnicula, who is a 6-month-old neutered male who came to us back in August. He came to us because his family had a lot of children and he wasn't doing well with a lot of kids around. So he would be good in a family that doesn't have young children. He's a sweet guy. He's what they call an Angora bunny. If you see his fur, it's very, very soft. He does shed, so he needs some brushing every once in a while, every couple of days, a good brushing. And as you can see, he's almost falling asleep in Donna's arms. He's a sweetheart, very, very social. He loves his food. He also loves his greens and his carrots and his little red peppers. And we would love if you'd come down, take a look at him, and take him home. He would love to be part of your family.
As Angora rabbits can live a decade or more if kept indoors and properly cared for, 6-month-old Bunnicula would be a wonderful addition to a loving home. To learn more, go to lowellhumanesociety.org or visit them at 951 Broadway Street in Lowell. Call 978-452-7781. For Westford Cat, I'm Patty Stalker.
And now, here's our Director of Outreach Marketing, Sarah Fletcher, with suggestions for things to do this week around town.
Thanks, Ira. The Garrity family of Westford and their friends will be hosting a Thanksgiving dinner for residents age 60 and older at Westford Academy on Sunday, November 19th at noon. Volunteers will serve a full-course homemade dinner. Seating is limited, so call 978-692-5523 for your reservations. And if you'd like to play bingo prior to the meal, arrive at 10 a.m. The Bruno Rauberg Quartet will perform at the Parish Center on Saturday, November 18th at 7:30 p.m. as part of the Jazz Series. Bring your own dinner and drinks. Internationally renowned bassist and composer Bruno Rauberg will bring a mix of contemporary originals and renditions of the classic jazz repertoire to the PCA. Doors open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 7:30. To purchase tickets, visit mktix.com/PCA. Take a trip to India on Monday, November 20th at 1 p.m. without leaving Westford. Professor Bruce Brown, an actor and playwright who taught courses at the University of Wisconsin colleges, will help you experience the country's culture as part of the J.V. Fletcher Library's India Through Literature series. The presentation will include music and film clips. Copies of the current books in this series are available for checkout at the main desk. Registration is not required for this program. I'm Sarah Fletcher for Westford Cat News. Back to you, Ira.
That's it for this week, Westford. On November 5th, hundreds of prospective students and their families toured the Neshoba Valley Technical High School in Westford. We leave you with some images from that annual open house.